There's their stone. There's the picture right there. It's amazing, that picture. We're back here to see some more pictures. The last video, you guys seem to really enjoy the pictures on the stones, and we're gonna go find some more, and I've already seen a couple cool ones over here, so let's get on with it. Skagashini, something like that. That is one heck of a last name. I probably didn't pronounce it right, but that is a unique name for sure. Gualtiero is, I guess, the first name, looks like. And 1909. And look at this picture, how well preserved it is on this stone. This picture has got a couple scratches on top, but really it is in pristine shape still for being here as long as it has been. Unless the family over the years has replaced it, but it looks good. Might have mispronounced the first name, but I found it on Find a Grave. Gualtiero, and I guess Walter might have been his nickname, but I found him on Find a Grave. So yeah, he died November 1st, 1909, and it says his birth was in 1869 in Switzerland. Abramo del Carlo, and there's a Caterina del Carlo here too. 1911. Looked like Abramo passed away, and Caterina looked like it was 1914. But only his picture's up here. It's covered with a bunch of stuff, but there you go. And he was born in Italy and then died in San Francisco. It says 1910, but the stone says 1911, so it might have been a Find a Grave error or maybe a stonemaker error. Who knows? But that's what we got on Abramo. And actually, Caterina. Oh, wow. Caterina was born in California here and died in San Francisco as well. Let's see here. It's an Italian, but it looks like Lucca, Italy. So that's what it says on there too as well. Interesting. Wow. Repetto, Paulina, Annibale Repetto. And then we got Agata Repetto Canali. Wow. Look at the stone. So 1910 and 1912 are the death dates on here from what it looks like. But look at this stone. I want to show you some interesting stuff on this stone, not just the pictures, but this is the stone. But then at the bottom, the foot of the stone, it looks like they've got feet that are holding it up on the base here. Very interesting. But these pictures are in pretty good shape as well. Amazing. On the bottom, I think this is the photographer, Benetti Marmista something. I can't really read it all the way, but small writing, but yeah. Rosina Palazzato, 1910 it looks like. And then we got a Vincenzo, 1938, and then Maria, 1956. But Rosina, I do believe right here, here's her picture. Vincenzo is right here, but this one is gotten faded over the years. You can barely make it out. But her picture actually held up pretty well. La Mestra Salvatore, in God's Care, Giuseppina. So he was born 1869, died in 1938, and she died December of 1912. In God's Care, it says on the top of the stone, and here is Salvatore. On this one, according to Find a Grave, Giuseppina at the bottom here was his mother. So that was a little bit of a tidbit I found out. It's an interesting one over here. Mary McGarry, 1914. Beautiful stone. And her picture's a little obstructed with stuff growing on it, but there it is. Luigi Pastore, 1913. There's a beautiful angel up top. And there's his inscription. It's very simple, not much info on it. And here is Luigi's picture. The big mustaches back then were a thing, because there was one on my last video where the guy had a big old mustache too. Nice dressed gentleman just like this. Mugnani, Antonio and Gino. Antonio's up top, Gino's on the bottom there. Wearing their Sunday best there, looks like. Do you believe he was 1912, Antonio. The inscription's very light on this stone. And Gino, looks like he died in 1936, I do believe. Look at that. Very lightly etched on here, but I think it's Ermina Lippi. Died in 1911, born in 1884. And there's a Pietro too on there, but Look at this picture. There's a little cool angel here. Look at the picture. Caruso family. Now there's some really great pictures on this one. Filippo, 1900 to 1922. Vincenzo, 1865 to 1935, born in Italy. John Caruso, 1904 to 1958. We got a Maria at the bottom here, 1875 to 1947. Oh, look at that. Spider. Now, I would assume Vincenzo and Maria are of course, they're the parents, the husband and wife, and then Filippo and John, I do believe, are the kids that are up top. Looked on Find a Grave. I found this area, but it didn't say spouse, it didn't say children, but I'm just going to guess by the dates and everything. That's probably what it is. Wow, this is amazing in here. So this is Ranella Giuseppe, 1923, and Giuseppe, 1927. And there's a picture on their stone that's amazing. I'm going to get a closer look at it, but it looks like it's been unfazed over time. There's their stone. There's the picture right there. It's amazing, that picture. Here's the top slab that's covering them up. See a lot of amazing pictures here, but a lot of them you can't really get close enough to them. There's not a whole lot of room in between some of these. They're really close together. Sometimes they've got a walkway, sometimes they don't. Like the last one I was on over here, this was the last one I just showed you. Off to the left here, there's a total way to get through, but like some of these are really, really tight, as you can see. This cemetery is amazing. It's got stones and pictures on stones for days. Wow, look at this interesting one. Chiara Santini and Edward Santini. 1906 for Chiara, and Edward was 1923. And Edward has guess his spouse here, Alice Jeannie, 1912. Oh, sorry, it's whoa, excuse me, correction, it's an infant, 1 year. So I'm sure it's Edward's daughter there. Excuse me, I didn't see that bottom part just till now. But sorry for that. And there is one of those gentlemen's pictures. Let's see if I can find out who this is, if it's Char or Edward. Santo Elia and Antonio. So 1925, and then I think it's 1906 for Antonio, and Santo is 1925. Now this one over here, I've seen this one before. I just find it amazing that this big tree is not just uprooting the stones and the graves, like, you know, growing, you know, grew probably big. It was probably small back in the, you know, early to mid 1900s, and now this tree is humongous. And Mario, looks like Rosini, possibly 1903 to 1930 something. You can see this tree is basically growing up so much it's starting to swallow the gravestone. This is like the coolest one in the whole cemetery just because of what's going on right here. But here's a picture of Mario. What's going on here is just, you know, amazing. Looks like the last name is Zochi. We got Paulima. I think her death date is 1933, I think. It's at the very bottom here, kind of hard, but Paulina, her picture right there. There's a Tony with the same last name right next to this one. 1918 and 1944. I just love the stones of the pictures. You know, it kind of gives you, you know, an idea of, sometimes a picture, by the picture you kind of tell maybe what they did for a living. You know, I might see pictures on stones that are like, you know, somebody like in a military uniform or a policeman's uniform I've seen before. And through the pictures you get to see the person and kind of maybe sort of figure out what they did in life as well. Someone said on my last video, my last picture stone video from the other day, I think it was Lisa Neerman, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, had said you could see the humanity versus just the headstones. And I think that, yeah, that's very well said. All right, guys, this is it. I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and please share this video if you can. And if you are not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Greatly appreciated, guys. We'll come at you with another one soon, and I will be seeing you later.